Hey everyone, Wayne here. And today I'm in front of 3701 Devonshire, and this is located in Holiday, Florida. So we're checking out $300,000 homes for resale. And we've been doing videos of 300, 400, 500,000, $600,000 homes. So you can see what your money's getting you. Now, this home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, roughly 1,100 square feet, just under 1,200 square feet. And we're going to go inside and check this out and show you what $300,000 will get you in today's market. Today's January, and excuse me if I'm in short sleeves, but this is our weather here in Florida. So if you're thinking about moving to Florida and you're going to be relocating to a new area, this channel may be the one for you. We discuss a lot of things about the homes, the areas, how the market's doing, and just general information. But we give it to you straight and without any of the fluff. If you have questions and if this is the type of content that you're interested in, then hit the like button, subscribe, and give us a follow, and we can keep doing more of this. All right, let's go inside. All right, guys. So coming in, this is going to be your living space, and your living room right here is got beautiful sunlight. We're catching this at the right time of day, and as you can see, we've got new windows. The flooring's great. I'm going to just pick up the camera and walk you through this, but this was really done well. So we've got a fan light, TV connections there, painted. This place is really looking good, so I'm excited to show it to you. What questions do you have? Where are we at? If you're familiar with the Holiday area, we're really close to the Gulf. So you could probably go on some of the trails less than half a mile away from here. And I'll show you some of that on the map. But for now, let me give you the tour. Hey, Jimmy. All right, everyone. Jimmy and I just toured the house,
Yeah.
and
Nice job they did.
on Jimmy's channel, you can go and follow what we did on that, and we just went through a $300,000 house. But This one's a little bit different as far as price point in this neighborhood. And I want you to talk about that.
Well, usually when I go into a $300,000 house in this neighborhood, they're not redone like this. Okay, so we wanted to show on the other video, say this is what you get for 300,000, but it was unrealistic, kind of. Okay, you brought me to a house that has been all redone.
Yeah,
and not only that, but it has a pool.
Exactly.
Okay,
this one has a pool at this price point. This is a gem, and I really want to highlight the fact that this is one of the diamonds in the rough that you will find in here. Now, if you are talking to my investors, right, the ones that are looking for the rental, I think this is ideal. What do you think?
I think going in there, turnkey operation, it's ideal.
Right.
Okay.
This is not for my fix and flips.
It's not for your fix and flips.
Right.
Okay.
This one's already done.
It might be okay for a first-time home buyer, you know, but at the end of the day, the payment's still going to be $2,300 to $2,500 a month.
Right.
And you need about what, 80,000, 85,000 to get into here.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
with 20% down.
Right. Unless they're just cash buyers, and which I have a lot of investors that just want the buyout because they focus on cash flow.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do a full inspection on this house, but from what I see, it looks really, really nice. I haven't gone up in the attic. I haven't done a sewer scope, which I strongly recommend doing a sewer scope. That's when I stick a camera down.
And why would we do that? Because of the age of this house?
It's because of the age of this house.
Right.
And believe it or not, even though you probably have recordings of the house in the front with no trees or anything, maybe 30 years ago, there was a big oak tree down there, and maybe the roots went into the sewer lines.
Right.
Because you're responsible from the street connection to the house. And I've told people over and over again, do a sewer scope because you can run in trouble. And some people just don't listen to me. And one of them last year, you know where the break was? About right here, near the kitchen. The brand new floor. So somebody's here with a jackhammer.
All the work that we did on this floor, fixing it up, it's got to...
Yeah, and you know, it's a really good thing. But this house is unrealistic house in the case of, okay, just show me houses that are 300,000
in this area.
In this area,
that I want to be in this area. It's
and recondition like this.
Right. So now Jimmy wears one hat, which is the home inspector.
Yep.
And I've known Jimmy since 2017.
Many years.
So I've always trusted him, but now he wears a different hat, which is that of an agent. Mm-hmm. So now we're looking at it from a different point of view. And when I come in as the realtor, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, all right, this works for my clients because now there's nothing they have to do, which is the typical investor.
Right.
They want turnkey, they want it quick, they want to get someone in here. I don't have to put a lot in to making this a rental. I just have to have them close and start showing.
Well, this is what's good about this house comparing to the surprise house that we're going to do in the other video, okay? Yeah. I won't even bring it up right now. Watch Wayne's channel on the other one. But the other one is going to have a lot more restrictions when it comes to rentals.
Yeah, exactly. You have to deal with something that we don't have over here.
Right.
So, you know, there's pros and cons. And again, you know, I did talk in your video about the flood insurance, but if I'm a cash buyer, I don't have to carry that, right?
That's true. You don't.
So
you do self-insure.
Exactly. So that's another thing. So this home, when you look at all the different components and who this is for, there are different check boxes. That's why we really have to have an in-depth conversation with the client. The buyer, their needs changes, and we have to sift through that.
So Wayne, like, you know, since I'm a real estate associate now, basically, but there should be disclosures on the houses that you show if they got flooded before.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And all those disclosures you have to go through. But here's the other thing. We have to do our research, and your agents, your realtors, you really should be doing this. You know, when you see a home and you got to go to the flood map, you see if it's in a flood zone. You have to see what type of history. You talk to the agent. The biggest complaint I have with agents right now is that they don't want to pick up the phone. Because if you call that person on the other end, they're going to tell you all the things that you need to know because they're trying to sell this property. You know, they want to see this sold. So if you're looking for an agent, Those are one of the things. Are they accessible? Are they armed with the knowledge? There's a lot of listings online, those disclosures that you talk about. I can't find them. I've got to
Really?
call the agent and I'm saying, hey, where's this? I want to write you an offer, but I need this. Oh, I'll get that. But that's 2, 3 days now. We're waiting. That should have been done ahead of time. These are the type of things that makes the closing process, the whole process, quick. You want it to be efficient. You want it to be smooth.
Well, and this is controversial. I don't know if I should say this on video, but
I love controversy.
I'm not a believer in part-time real estate agents. I'm not a believer in part-time home inspectors.
Yeah,
You're
I
either
like that.
you're either in wholeheartedly,
Yeah. Right.
and
So can you be part-time? I'm going to jump in and save someone that's out there that's got the integrity to do this job the right way. You could be part-time and you're waiting for your real estate business to pick up and you're working it part-time until it takes over. But you're fully invested. In other words, part-time could be, this is your only job, but you don't do it. You do it half-assed. Just let's be honest. That's my problem. They're full-time agents that are still incompetent. And they still do well. So
no, I know there's good agents and
Yeah.
there's bad agents, there's good home inspectors, bad home inspectors. But the whole thing is, I'm a believer in, when it comes to real estate, is you have to have the right real estate agent for the kind of house and location you're looking for. If they don't know that location really good, okay, like if they say, hey, drive me to the local park so I could have my kids play, and they're like, let me look at it on Google and find out where it is.
right,
Walk away.
right. And here's the other thing. You want to also understand what their experience is. If communication is off between you and that person, your agent really should be the person that's guiding you through this and educating you. If you're not, there's tons of legal documents that they're going to be signing. If your agent's not explaining all these things to you, you're going to say, well, at the end of the day, when I'm signing this and the bank or whoever is telling me, oh, I have to come up with this amount of money. I've seen this at the closing table. Oh, I didn't know that. What do you mean?
Or my taxes are going up. I didn't know that.
Why are your taxes, a year later, you're getting reassessed? Well, yeah, that person lived in the house for 15 years and now this was their primary residence. They've got homestead.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, your property's readjusted.
Could I say something? Another thing controversial?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm bringing out the controversy.
So it's your channel.
Yeah, my channel takes it on.
So basically, getting your real estate license or your home inspector's license, I'll put that in there too, is one thing. Doing the job is another thing.
Doing the job is completely different. And I'm not saying when you pass the test, good for you, you studied, you did that stuff, but try to get under someone that's going to teach you, that's going to help you, that's going to be there to answer questions that you don't know, and you have to ask these questions. If you don't know something, don't lie. Tell the person, you know what? I'm new. I don't know that. Let me make a quick call. Let me find out, or I'll get back to you. However you word it. There's nothing wrong. This person, you just started this business, and I get this a lot. A lot of people go to family. No problem. There's family, but are they experienced? And quite honestly, you don't know. There's a friend. Oh, I think I'll go with a friend. But is your friend looking out for you?
Well,
They have to be diligent.
yeah,
at their
I'll give you an
job.
example. It's not real. It's home inspector. I got a call this morning driving here, and the home inspector called me and said, "Hey, Jimmy, I'm doing this house inspection in Newport Richey. Hey, they have a pool, and they want a certified pool guy, which I am, and they want a sewer scope, which they're not certified. They don't even have the equipment, and I am. So now I have to go there and take care of them and charge them separately, as another home inspector to doing it. But they should have just hired the right inspector the first time.
Right.
I don't blame this home inspector because, he watched a lot of videos and stuff, but I keep pushing him. It's like, learn this skill, learn that skill. And he just hasn't done it. I keep pushing him. It's like, learn how to do pools, learn how to do sewer scopes, learn how to do X, Y, Z. Right. And the same thing with real estate agents. I was just like, hey, you know what? You're going to go show a house in Orlando? you know the neighborhood?
Right.
You know?
Right. It's a big deal. Now, I've sold homes in Miami. I've sold homes in different areas, and there's always a learning curve. Like, I remember when I was doing properties over in Miami, they were using crisp forms, not far bar forms, and it's a little different, the language, but you read through it. That's our job, you know. Either way, you're supposed to know these things.
I get calls all the time, you know, people looking for home inspectors and real estate agents. You know, that's what the whole channel is about, the other channel, and educating people when it comes to houses. But like, I got a phone call, 2 days ago, and they want to buy a waterfront property. They already have a real estate agent. Okay, they have a real estate agent and they want to buy property, but that real estate agent knows nothing about the waterways, and they know from the other channel that I'm a captain, I have boats,
Right.
I'm on the water all the time, I'm a home inspector, and I'm a real estate agent. You know,
Right.
so they're like, hey, could you show me the waterways to see where the waterways are, how the house look, how to navigate, because Hudson's
Right.
look, but what is the other real estate agent going to do? They don't know, and I don't blame them. They don't live here. They don't know the water.
Right, right, exactly, and that's not a knock on that agent's
No, it's
talent
not.
or anything. It's just that you are the one that's controlling this. You're picking your agent, so you've got to pick the right one and ask these questions, because if you've got a specific need, then you got to ask that stuff. And I think a lot of times we skip out. It's really a job. Okay, you have to treat it as a job. And when you're hiring someone, you've got to interview them. With any business, you want to interview them and see what they know. And once you're comfortable, then you can move forward. A lot of deals have been held up by bad agents on the other side. So that being said, I want to bring us back on track. This house, I want to show them outside and explain to them why you can't get this house in this condition very easily in this area, because the breakdown is how much would we have to put into this kitchen, this floor, this entryway, windows.
75 grand.
Okay, so now let's take that off the price. Are we able to find a house in this neighborhood for 225?
No, not that I know of.
Right, that's a tough one.
I mean, you can find some of them not in this neighborhood, but a neighborhood up there, but they were flooded and they're missing half the sheetrock.
Exactly, and that's because of what's happened down here. And how do people protect themselves against that? Because that type of work, you know, people are cutting out the sheetrock on their own and repatching, but did they do the right remediation? Did they dry it out properly? You know,
Oh yeah, no,
I've seen
a lot of those houses that run into issues because they didn't do it right.
Right. So just to wrap this up, we're gonna transport outside. Follow us along. All right, Jimmy, we're outside, and this house has a pool. Now, we're already at 300 with, if we found a home for 225, which we really can't find in this neighborhood, and we added all of the work inside, the doors, the windows, the bathroom remodel, the kitchen.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about the pool.
It didn't include the pool,
No,
right?
no, because
So now, where are we at? How much are we going to add up? It's going to cost for us to add a
if you
pool.
could even do it, because you know the water table. Okay, you have to consider the water table of the property. This looks like, believe it or not, it looks like an 8-foot deep pool.
Yeah, it's there.
Maybe 7.
Definitely more than 6. Yeah.
It's definitely more than 6.
Yeah.
Okay?
More than 6 for sure.
So a lot of neighborhoods, you can't go that deep because of the water table.
Right. So now
You're adding maybe 40, 50 grand. I mean, what is this, fiberglass? We'll take a look at it. But
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I didn't really talk about this because this is very hard to find. Go to all these houses. Put up a drone of you. Go to Google.
Actually, go to Google Maps.
Go to
and
Google
we'll
Maps.
Be able to, I might clip that in here.
Yeah,
just
go to
to
Google.
show how many
Houses have pools.
in this neighborhood have pools.
You should do that.
Yep, I'll do that. So you're going to see that this is a rarity. Now, I like the outside space. There's still a space for me to have patio furniture out there and a little barbecuing and so forth. I've still got some space in the yard for, you know, planting or just, you know, if I have a pet, anything like that. But here is my big bonus.
That's a
I
huge
really
bonus.
can't get this. So now we're looking at a 350, 360, you know, all in what it would cost right now if I found another home and said, I'm going to redo all of this just like this one. But this one's at 310.
And it doesn't mean you're gonna get the permits and the hassles.
And
It's
the
fine.
big mess, exactly.
Because
And
they had to dig this hole over here. You know what I mean?
exactly. I don't know with the amount of space I have, you know, with the fence up that
I don't know how they did it. To be honest with you.
yeah, exactly. So this really
Uh,
speaks highly for this
And this
house.
is a $10,000 cage now.
Yep, exactly. And great condition.
Yeah.
So that being said, that's why this is a gem and not your typical $300,000 home
Yeah.
located in Holiday.
Yeah.
So it's available now, and we are both really, really blown away because this is the exception to the rule. Definitely. That
Absolutely.
being said, if you like this content, you like the stuff that we talked about, the fact that we don't fluff it, we just give you the straight truth. Like, subscribe, and follow. Appreciate you.